Downtown between Brush Street and I-375. That's where we're located in the heart of Detroit at Ford Field, which first opened back in 2002. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Minnesota Vikings and the Detroit Lions. Set to go from Detroit as Matt Prater approaches and booms it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw. Paul. Check 13. Rusty.
And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they were hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
Typically on the read option play, when we talk about responsibilities, we're talking about what the quarterback has to go through. How about the inside linebacker, though? His job on this play, shadow the quarterback and hold him to a short gain. Did it to perfection.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. The first carry now for Dalvin Cook. He finds an opening past the 40. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 80 weapons. Check 99.
He'll drop to throw. This is caught. It's Decker.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Push him back. Look. Squeeze. Check go.
From the pistol, they run it with Cook. And he'll go down at the 28. 7 yards there and a first down.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Come on, set. 10 Lobo. Check 53. Leo. Shoot.
Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
Ready up.
59. Mike is 59. Mike is 59.
You draw Corker.
Check 15. Check 15.
Ready.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Tight end Irv Smith, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Quick hitter here. It's complete. He fights forward for a couple with a penalty flag down. And the linemen, they're already walking back. So a holding penalty, and that'll send him backwards.
You know, they're trying not to do that. I mean, we know that, right? We talk to them all the time. But sometimes the defensive guys just put you in awkward situations, and you get caught grabbing their jerseys.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold.
Recon, 132 fighter. Snap.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. Well contained there defensively. The screen gets only a yard, and it's 4th. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it, because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason, to get to that first drive of the regular season. They went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
We go tonight. 20.
54. And we're pretty quiet, D. We're pretty quiet.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Out. Cornell.
Goff now looks to throw. Complete. Smith has it. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there and a Lion first down. And a nice start there to the aerial attack to pick up the first.
And I think preseason is officially over now. Getting into the groove of the regular season, that's a great way to get started. First drive of the season, what a nice completion.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll try to right side with Murray. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
That's trash.
Hard ball.
From the 41, Goff throwing deep for Galladay. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Detroit. Kenny Galladay, 59 yards. And the Lions have taken the lead. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way to the end zone for the touchdown.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They finished off their opening drive of the campaign with a field goal on the last drive. Now they'll search for a touchdown here on this go-around. 1st and 10. The throw right side is complete here on the first play of the drive. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. It's caught. Decker. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Ready. 50, plant. X3. 218, chop.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. The tally there, -2 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Whip. Watch the whip. Hey, alert 3.
3rd down, Dalvin Cook. Still churning and brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the 1st down as well.
That's how you get right up off of the mat, because on the last play, they stoned him in the backfield and dropped him for a loss. But he's the type of guy that scared me a little bit because he's not daunted. Just got right back up, showed some confidence, and picked up a 1st down with his very next run.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7 at the 21-yard line.
Let's go. 8, read.
After 1, 7-3 the score on EA Sports.
On the ready.
59.
Topper. Hey, shoot.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And a return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. That's not one that he's going to want to remember, but he had to get it out of the way at some point. His first career interception.
And if he's the guy that they think he is, he's not laughing it off, but he's also not going to let it affect him as the game proceeds. He's going to go back out there, still be the same confident kid, the reason that they drafted him, and go out and play.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. Despite a little sizzle on the move, he's still tackled shy of the 20. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Here's Goff. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. The defensive end, Danielle Hunter, drops him. And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. Now McCluster. Now a hit and a loose football. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line.
And that's what friends are for.
Right. As the returner, you know who you're buying dinner for later.
Oh, without a doubt, because he just took care of you and your team in a big way. You know, you turn it over there, that's a big momentum changer and put your defense in a bad spot.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run. DC.
From the gun, here's Goff. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
Out of the gun, Goff. And he comes back with one complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
First and 10 at the 41-yard
line. Mike 20. Mike 58, right there. Hey, watch the slap. Watch the slap. Watch the slap.
On first down, Goff able to get away. And it's incomplete.
They certainly thought they had him surrounded and probably thought they were going to get him on the ground and get the sack, but he was able to elude that. And even though it threw it incomplete downfield, if you're a defensive back, you're loving the pressure that you're seeing from your front.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Super one. 58.
Again, Goff. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They run from the shotgun with Murray. Oh, now Murray has it stripped, and this belongs to the Vikings.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because You would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. I think you mentioned in the opening drive that these guys needed to establish the run, protect the young QB. Actually wrote that down, believe it or not. So how would you assess things so far?
I'm kind of touched that you actually wrote something like that down. I appreciate that, partner. But I do think they've been able to do that. Maybe not as effectively as they've wanted to, but I think we'll see more of as this game goes along because they want to continue to take care of that young QB.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. A give to Cook out of the gun. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Cook. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
60 Pittsburgh. Look at me. Door.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line.
As diverse as the running game has become in the NFL, there's still a place for the fullback position. And on that play, he gained nice yardage.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
You go take it. Pilot, 64, weak.
They're going to look to throw. And he whips that one incomplete there.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Back to the ground, Cook, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and they'll be facing a 3rd and 12. 2 minutes to play in this first half, 7-3 our score. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. That'll be complete to Cook. And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the first down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So a favorable bounce that time, to say the least, and he's able to convert the field goal there from a long distance.
Yeah, the guys behind the end zone didn't need to hike the net up for this one. That thing was a dying quail, but he finds a way to boink it off the crossbar and make it drop through.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
Joker.
Hey, kill.
Mike's 54. Three buzz. He's coming. Double up.
They'll run it now out of the gun. That one. First down pickup of 8.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
All day, just like that.
They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 46-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Goff. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. First down Lions on a pickup of 13.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
Like 20. 2.
41 Mike, right here. 41 Mike.
Hey, Charlie.
Rap. Hey, 41's Mike.
Goff on first down. He's got Smith here. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
Goff in the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Throwing again is Goff. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Value 3. Hey, Alpha.
Goff throwing again. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Kenny Galladay is intended receiver. And it's third down.
Brings up a third down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
11. Bravo. Switch. Slam.
To the air again. Goff. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. He's got the lane, and there he goes. The 30. The 20. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Oh, a nice spin. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
58 Mike. Danny.
Gone. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Danielle Hunter, his 2nd sack of the night.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
I got him.
Open man is Galladay, complete. And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings' 22-yard line.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
On 1st and 10, Goff. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed. But all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Maverick. Go 58 to the mic. Check.
Goff. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Murray. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He's already proven to be a factor in the running game on this drive. Now he gets involved in the passing game.
I think what we're seeing here is the modern version of workhorse in the NFL, being able to run it and catch it with equal proficiency.
3rd and 2, Goff. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side. I
would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive in the third quarter. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. 2nd and 11. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he finds Cook. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Give him 18 there and give the Vikings a 1st down.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking 1st down.
This quarterback now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. And this one complete to Smith. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on a man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
You ain't going nowhere.
And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Well, with him trailing here in the second half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
A 10th carry in the game for Cook. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. Again, it's Cook. Fights off the defender. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Come on, set. 18, Gator.
Hey, pick your game up.
Undercrunch, undercrunch, undercrunch.
Shit, watch the shit.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Get.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's going to come up a few yards short of the first. They get him to the ground at the 37. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Wide open receiver, complete. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
And the Vikings first down.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. They couldn't hook up with Decker that time.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We take a win.
They'll try and get the running game going here with Murray. And he stopped immediately there. Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions holding onto the football, and they also have the lead as we start quarter number 4.
He's crashing. He's checking crash.
They go with Murray again. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
76. Hey, exit.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Murray. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit.
Couldn't just sit on it here, could they? Had to throw the ball on 3rd down. Got the big completion in the pickup. Fresh set of downs now. They've got to feel great.
And defensively, a backbreaker.
What? 120.
Let's go one more.
10th carry of the game now. Murray. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. Daniil Hunter bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. Now it's gone. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
First down 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Cook. It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves them with a 3rd and 3. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. Here it's 3rd and 3.
You're out. Let's get it.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I was used to joke with my teammates who carried the ball a lot. When we got in these situations and they were carrying us home, I used to tell them, boy, you guys just look like Paul Bunyan, just growing stronger, bigger, tougher. And all night long, he's carried this team.
He has indeed. Everything magnified right now, a huge 3rd down conversion. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On the option, here's the fullback, Reese with it. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
And that's a nice gain by him on 1st down, picking up some key yardage.
On the set.
Here's a quick throw to Thielen. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. Okay, so now the question, how did he get that wide open?
Well, we both know that he shouldn't, because from the time they handed out scouting reports before this game, he was circled, starred, everything. Find him, cover him. But sometimes you can scheme a guy open. You put the receivers in a bunch. Maybe you move some motion. Maybe you put them on the backside of a formation, and all of a sudden you've got a better matchup. Every now and then, the offensive guys, they figure a way to get him open, even with everyone keeping eyes on him.
And that's certainly a guy they want to keep trying to scheme open. 12 yards there, 1st down Vikings.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Recon, 132 fighter.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. Cook following the penalty. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. He may try and run for this. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a 4th down. Nice job there defensively to clamp down because really they've been on their heels this drive.
Agreed, and they really needed that one for confidence, just to feel a little bit better. But I don't know if I would be daunted by them stopping me on one run. This drive has gone pretty well. I could come right back at them.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down.
Watch that end, tight end right. Tight end right.
Back to throw. The open man is Smith. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Now a give running right. It's Cook. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure the investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Ready, 50, plant.
Hey, we got Mike, number 52.
Hey, Haywood.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. That is caught inside the 5. Now the Vikings will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go in the football game. They'll come out in the pistol. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
Check, crouch, 61, matchbox, lights. Leo. Check, 6 guys. Check, go.
They'll run with Cook, and he is across and in for the score. And now they can tie the game in the final stages with the extra point.
Or they can go for 2 and go for the win. And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Point after try forthcoming. And we may very well be headed to overtime. All square now at 13 all as he sends this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They have a little bit of time here to get into field goal range. Not much. A tie game, you don't want to do anything crazy, right?
I agree with you on that one. Risk reward, okay? If you go for it, what is the absolute reward on this? But the risk is probably greater. Run the clock out, get to overtime, and try and win it there.
All right, we'll see if they do just that. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Rip left.
Going out.
Goff now to throw. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death.
So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're set for their first drive here in overtime. And this is where the crowd can really become a factor.
They've had to battle it all day, but I know what you're saying. In overtime, that gets doubled, doesn't it? At least, because now the crowd really wants to be involved and help their team. And that first drive can dictate the whole thing because they know if this team takes it downfield and scores a touchdown, it's game over.
It's been loud in here so far.
I'm going to run you over.
Rock it.
Slam.
Hey.
Taco. March 40.
Hey, orbit.
They run again on first down. Cook. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. As a fan of the NFL, for an opener, you can't ask for much more than this overtime in week 1.
I know it's hard to believe that some people may not have been watching our game, but I'll bet through social media they found out this one was snug and getting into overtime, and they flipped over here in a hurry. This is fantastic. If you're a fan of ball, you love these types of games.
X3, 218, chopper.
4 down. Check 9. Watch the ship. Hey, watch the ship.
Greystone, travel. Ready?
On second down, Cook. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
That's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a third down.
Hoping to keep this OT drive alive. Now they face a 3rd and 2.
Check. Switch. Check 31.
And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave him with a 4th down. And whistle blown, a timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So a big move here, playing to win in overtime. overtime. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Running for it. Here's Cook. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
2 yards. First down, Vikings.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, we got 4 down.
Go.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Let's go.
On the ball.
Tight right. Hey, 4 down.
Get it.
They run. Cook. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there.
Tight into the rope, tight into the rope. Move.
2nd and 9 now. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
The penalty moves him into the red zone here on 1st and 10.
Go.
Now Cook running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up 2nd. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15.
Go.
Let's go. And we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Watch the curl. Check.
2nd and 15.
Check.
It's caught. Smith. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. Opening drive of overtime, and now facing a 3rd down and 6. Big play coming up.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
Hey, Delta.
53 to Mike. 53. Check 53.
They'll look to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Coleman. We know there's already a spotlight on this rookie quarterback, an even bigger spotlight here in overtime of this game. A costly pick.
No doubt about that, but here's the key. Game's not over. He may very well get another shot at this thing, so now he's got to go to the sideline, hope his defense picks him up, and be ready to go back out there and maybe make a similar throw, hopefully successfully the next time.
And he is out of bounds right around the 34. It's a gain of 14 and a first down for Detroit. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on,
A shotgun snap for gone. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Hey, high 7.
Looking to throw again on second down. Goff. He'll get this one to Galladay. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. They'll get 17 that time, and the Lions have a first down. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. And we're going to get whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the extra session.
A 50-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field